me tell you a little bit about how this home came to be. But before I do that, there's a number of people I want to thank. One is the band who left. You know how difficult it is to get college musicians up at this hour in the morning on Saturday. So I thank them for that. I think they all went back to bed. Or they're all on first watch evening. And I also want to thank the members of Blue Key. You will see these neon green shirts all day long. They do an incredible job. It is all a volunteer group. They do all the tours here on campus. But they also put together programs like this. And anytime you say their name, you will hear this reaction. Blue Key. Blue Key. Blue Key. So, Villanova. Villanova started in 1842. And it was started in order to bring people an opportunity for education. The Augustinian friars came over from Ireland to minister to the needs of the Irish immigrants that were moving into the Philadelphia area. And this group of people, the Irish immigrants at the time, were not really a welcomed group here in Philadelphia. This was a very British English colony. And so you know the history between Britain and Ireland is not real friendly. So when they arrived here, they were really not really wanted so much. And as the Augustinians came over, they thought, in order for this group of people, this group of immigrants, to have an opportunity to advance in this new nation, they needed to be provided an education. And so two Augustinians by the name of Patrick Moriarty and Thomas Kyle traveled out here to the country. Their original foundation, which is still standing, is St. Augustine's Church. You should follow the Benjamin Franklin Bridge. There's a large church right there at the foot of the bridge. That is St. Augustine's. That is the Augustinians' original house here in the United States. We are still there. And the school actually started down there, but they needed to find a place that was more secure, more safe. And so they came out here to a woman by the name of Jane Rudolph, who owned this estate. It was called the Bel Air Estate. Her husband had died, and at that time, women could not own property in their own name. And so the property was going up for auction. And the Augustinians were friendly with her. She was a Catholic woman. She came down to St. Augustine's often to go to church. And so they knew who she was. So they traveled out here, and they asked her if she would be willing to sell them this property the day before the auction. She agreed. They had no money. But for the sum of $20,000, they bought this property. That's the price of a textbook right now. But they bought this property and they promised they would give her some, and then they would slowly pay her back as the time went on. So in 1842, they acquired this property. And they named it after an Augustinian saint by the name of St. Thomas of Villanova. That's where the name comes from. And the hamlet of Villanova was born. The name of this area gets its name from the university. So Villanova being the place that was dedicated in honor of St. Thomas, a man who was bishop in Spain and very dedicated to the poor, and very dedicated to making sure that poor people were able to advance in life. He was also the first Augustinian to send Augustinians over to the New World, where they went to Mexico. So he had this relationship, at least for the Augustinians, of an individual who cared about the poor, but also cared about immigrants. And that's how this school started, a school for immigrants. It opened in 1842 with 10 students and 8 Augustinian faculty members. It was a wonderful student-faculty relationship. But the school then advanced over many years, and many people have helped to build this place. But it is founded on the Augustinian principles of Veritas, Unitas, and Caritas. And you heard those mentioned earlier. Truth, unity, and love. And that's what we strive to create here. A community of truth, unity, and love. And truth starts with the individual. You need to be truthful with yourself. You need to understand who you are and what you can offer. You need to be honest with who you are and what your abilities are, but also what you need from others. So truth begins with the individual, and then truth extends itself to each other. To be honest with each other, to be able to confront each other, to challenge each other, to dialogue with each other about what we need. And in that, we create unity. And for St. Augustine, community was a big, big thing. He found that in his relationship with other people is where he really discovered who he was, and more importantly, his relationship to his God. But it was through other people, through friends, and even in his writings, his many writings, he often talks about the friendships that he had, the people that helped him along the journey. And so in Villanova, we continue that idea of creating a community that unites together in a single purpose of being better. One of my favorite quotes from St. Augustine is that we are on a journey to become what we are not yet. To become what we are not yet. We, each one of us, journey through life, always discovering new things, but we discover new things, more importantly, through our relationships, through our connection, through our bumping into each other, through challenging each other and understanding each other. And so I believe in many ways Villanova continues to be a place that educates immigrants. Everyone here is from a different place, a different background, a different economic standing, a different neighborhood, a different family. You share values with those people you love and around. You come from communities across the nation and around the world. And each one of you come to this place bringing something new, bringing a new idea of who you are and what you are all about. And that's how this community grows. That's how this community develops. That's how this community becomes better at being community. And I can honestly tell you, we don't always succeed. There are times that this community has failed. There are times that this community has left somebody out. Or there are times that this community that people haven't felt as included as they should. And we continually work on that. We continually strive to make that a better place. But community is not about equality. Community is about understanding what each individual needs. When I look at St. Augustine's idea of community, I look at it as a big piece of a big pie. And you take that pie and you think, well, all right, I've got to cut it into every individual piece, and I've got to make sure that every piece is equal. I'm sure you've all been at celebrations where there's cakes or pies, and somebody says, well, I just want a little piece. I don't really want that much. And then they keep eating. Oh, make it a little bigger, make it a little bigger, make it a little bigger. But community isn't cutting that pie equally. For Augustine, community is cutting that pie to give what each individual needs. So you might need a big piece, and you might need a small piece, and you might need any at all. And you understand that. And that's today. But tomorrow, he may need the biggest piece of all. And maybe she needs the smallest piece. Because you understand what people need. And I realize that each one of you here, in this search for college, you've had many choices, and we are so honored that you looked at Villanova and that you thought that you could be a part of this place. Because with it comes some responsibility. If you come to Villanova, as you heard from all the speakers today, there is an expectation that you bring something to this community. And in bringing something to this community, you add to creating this home. You add a new piece, a new idea, a new outlook, a new understanding. We expect you to give to this community as much as you will receive from it. And that's where the whole idea of Caritas comes from. We do it every day and those we don't. We realize that we have received many, many blessings in our lives. And those blessings very often have the potential and the possibility of answering the prayers of others. So coming to this place, you have something you give and you have something that you receive. And that's how we continue to grow as a community. Now today, we're asking you to take a good look at this. You're buying a new house for all practical purposes. And let me tell you, it's a very expensive house. I know that. I set the tuition rates. So take a good look. If you're going to go buy a house, make sure the windows work, the doors open, but more importantly, that you get along with the neighbors and the people that are here. So ask questions. Try the faucets. Look at the floors. Check out the food. Look at what you are investing in. And I promise that the return on that investment will be great. Because you will be a person who finishes Villanova understanding truth, unity, and love. That you will be a person on the journey with all of us to become what you are not yet. And that is a lifelong journey. And we each struggle to do it. So I hope in August I can say, welcome to Villanova.